Moonville Tunnel was built in the late 1850s to accommodate the Marietta and Cincinnati Railroad pushing through southeastern Ohio. This railroad line connected Marietta to Athens and extended west of Athens to Cincinnati. Several coal mines in the local area began to operate, and the mine town of Moonville was born. Moonville was never a big town, having a peak population of roughly 100 people in the 1870s. The town had a hotel, saloon, general store, cemetery, and scattered residences within the woods. But what makes the Moonville Tunnel so notorious is its dark history. The tunnel had a major design flaw, being that it was too narrow for someone in the tunnel to safely avoid an oncoming train. This, in combination with the fact that many people walking to or from the town of Moonville preferred to pass through the tunnel rather than take the challenging climb over, led to many deaths in the tunnel. As if this was already dangerous enough, a deadly train trestle located 100 yards in front of the tunnel would go on to claim many lives. If someone got caught in the middle while a train was coming, they would only have two options: jump into the shallow Raccoon Creek below, or try to outrun the train. As the coal disappeared from the local area, Moonville began to rapidly decline. An apparent plague that spread through the town only quickened the downfall. The last family left Moonville in 1947, and the town's buildings disappeared around the 1960s. With all of the deaths, it is no surprise that the tunnel is said to be haunted. Many visitors reported seeing lantern lights in the tunnel at night and hearing unexplained footsteps. Engineers back when trains ran through the tunnel would see someone flag down the train, but no one would be there once they stopped. In fact, this became such an issue that in 1981, CSX placed a B&O type railroad signal along the tracks by Moonville to let oncoming trains know that a train had stopped. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, many tragic deaths have occurred at the Moonville Tunnel. Deaths that will forever haunt the Moonville Tunnel. But we're not done with the Moonville Tunnel. On July 15th, 2022, I had an experience that I will never forget. Me and my mom went for the Ghosts of Moonville full moon hike. As a group of nearly 50 people, we hiked a mile down the Moonville Rail Trail and then back to the tunnel. A single ghost investigator was there at the tunnel with equipment such as compasses, crystals on ropes which were used as early as 1800s to detect energy, dowsing rods, and a single EMF reader whose battery mysteriously died at the start of the investigation. If you want to learn more about these devices, you can look them up online. By the time we got back to the tunnel, it was completely dark out. Unfortunately, I was not recording, but my flashlight continued to go on and off throughout the investigation. As we walked through the tunnel, it would just randomly flicker on and off. But due to a lack of evidence, there is no way I can convince you guys to believe that. People who had EVP apps on their phones got voices coming through saying things like "be quiet" and something about a little boy. Although it is worth mentioning that the legitimacy of these apps is very questionable. I also got some very weird photos as well. Here is one of me and my mom standing in front of the tunnel. The blue streaks is most likely coming from her light, but the haze on the top of the screen is unknown. We even wiped the camera off and took the picture again, only to have the haze be there a second time. We also have no clue what these blue anomalies could be, but what this next photo leads to is very shocking. If you look right by my head, you can see a weird anomaly. It is right behind my left ear and sets us up to see the next photo. Yeah, it's kinda crazy. I did not Photoshop it. This is exactly as it looked when me and my mom went through our photos when we got home. In this picture, you can see what looks like a pair of eyes, a nose, a mouth, a neck, a body, and even a left arm, along with a spot that appears over my mom's head. Here is just the figure, and as you can see, besides slight distortions, it looks almost as if it was a man standing next to me. In the bottom right of this photo, it looks as if there was a light source coming from somewhere, perhaps maybe even from a lantern. Why a lantern, you may ask? Well, we believe that this could be the spirit of a miner. To be specific, Arestus Dexter, who was an African-American miner in Moonville. The Red issue suggests that this could be a spirit of an African-American, and Arestus Dexter was tragically killed by a train in the Moonville Tunnel. Either way, whether you believe in ghosts or not, you have to admit that this photo anomaly has very human-like features, and is very odd. Could this be Arestus Dexter's spirit, or is it just a bizarre photo anomaly? Let me know what you guys think below. If you want to go to a place lost in time, or remember coal mining towns lost in history, or for the mystery of Moonville, then go visit the Moonville Tunnel.